Welcome to our physics class. Last class we were discussing about density, relative density, and how we are using density bottle, and what is the relative density that which we have seen. Where we have seen that normally we are comparing the density with the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius. Today, the last part of our chapter, I would like to discuss mainly 4 points. First, we are going to discuss about flotation and sinking. Then, second, we will be discussing about variation of densities with temperature. I think last class I have said that what will happen if the temperature changes. Then, third one is convection currents in liquids and gases. And finally, we will compare comparison of densities of states of matter. So today, first point we are going to discuss about flotation and sinking. Whether the body, when we are placing some body, especially in the water, whether the body will sink inside the water or immerse inside the water, or whether the body is going to be float over the water. This is actually determined by the density. As we have discussed in the last class about relative density, relative density is the ratio between the density of the substance and the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius. And we have made the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius, we have taken as 1. Okay, the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius we are considering as 1. So, any substances which are having densities less than 1 is going to be float over the water. Any substances which is having density less than 1, maybe 9.93, 0.97, less than 1, will sink, will not sink, it will be floating on the water. It will be floating on the water. The main point we are going to discuss is density. Already we have studied is mass divided by volume. Mass divided by volume. And we have already studied mass of the body will remain constant. Mass of a particular body will be remain constant, or normally the mass will not be changing. Then only the possibility is volume. Only the possibility is volume. That you have to keep it in mind. That means next point we will consider, we are going to connect with the temperature and volume. So flotation and sinking is depending upon the density. For example, if you are taking 1 beaker of water and if you are putting a ball, a plastic ball on the water, then what will happen? Or a rubber ball inside that water, it is going to be float. That means the density of that substance is less than water. But if you are keeping a ball which is made up of iron, then what will happen? It will be just sink inside the water. That means iron is having density more than 1. So the density will determine or define whether the body is going to be float or whether the body is going to be sink. Then some applications of flotation are given in your textbook. The relative density of candle wax is 0.93. Relative density of candle wax is 0.93. 0.93 is less than 1. 0.93 is less than 1. So we can say that the relative, since the relative density is 0.93, the wax is going to be float on the water. Then, unlike river water, sea water, as we know, what is the difference between river water and sea water? In sea water, a large amount of salt is dissolved. So, salt is another molecules, water molecules, along with water molecules, salt molecules will be there. So, what will happen? The density will be increased. The density will be increased. So, what will happen? The density of sea will be higher and the density of river will be smaller. The density of sea is high and the density of river will be small. Then, since the density of sea water is high, it is easy to swim in sea water compared with the river water. When we are jumping in the river, what will happen? density, if the density is less, then our body weight is going to be, that means we are going to be immerse more in water. So what will happen? It is very difficult to swim in the river water since the density is very less. But in sea water, the density is high. So if you jump and swim on the sea, then what will happen? If there is more density, more upthrust, that we will discuss in the next sections or next year. The upward force will be there. More density, more upward force. Then what will happen? It is very easy to swim over the seawater. Then again, the density of ice is less than that of water. That means, as I said, normally ice cube is going to float over the water. That means, even though ice is made of water, ice will be having just less than 1. So what will happen? Ice is going to be float over water. Then, one more example is there. Since river water, as we have discussed about, river water is having less density compared with the sea water. So normally the ships will be traveling maybe in sea water and river water. So what will happen? As I said, river water is having less density. If a ship is entering from sea or it is traveling in the sea water, sometimes it will be immersed inside the water only up to this much. And if it is entering into river water, what will happen? Already river water is having less density, so sometimes this up to this much is going to be little more, it is going to be immersed inside the water. So in the height of the ship, there is a marking will be there. Some lines will be marked up to where we can load the ship. Up to where we can load the ship. That marking is called plimsoll lines. Plimsoll lines. Okay. Plimsoll lines. Plimsoll lines. The marking of the hull of the ship is called plimsoll lines. This plimsoll lines, in plimsoll line, the purpose of plimsoll line is only up to the plimsoll level we can load the ship. As you know, when the ship is going to be loaded, it will be start immersing inside the water. So it is allowed only up to when the water reaches this plimsoll line, there they have to stop the loading. Otherwise, when the ship is traveling from one point to the another point, sometimes it will be in contact with the river water when it is reaching to the port, or when it is traveling from one point of the sea to the next point of the sea. Some part of the sea, sometimes what will happen, temperature will be higher, lower. When the difference in temperature comes, there is a small variation in the density. At that time also this ship can be immersed more inside the water. At that time, if it is loaded more than plimsoll lines, it may sink fully inside the water. So that's why it is there is a plimsoll line is there. Plimsoll line up to where we can load the ship. So this is regarding the flotation and sink. These are the applications. Now we are going to discuss about variation of density with temperature. Variation of density with the temperature. What will happen to the density if the temperature varies? As we know, thermal expansion we already studied in previous classes. Thermal expansion. What is thermal expansion? When the temperature rises, the size of the body is going to be increased. That means the volume of the body is going to be increased. If the volume increases, what will happen? It is inversely proportional to the density. So if the volume increases, density decreases, and if the volume decreases, density increases. So we can say that if the volume of the fixed mass of a substance decreases, if the volume decreases, the density increases. And if the volume increases, then the density decreases. It is inversely proportional. So this is the relation between density and temperature. So we can say that we know that gases are having no definite volume. When this gases are cooled, then what will happen? The volume will be decreased, and when it is heated, the volume will be increasing, and the density is also going to be changed. The third point today we are going to discuss is that convection currents. Convection currents. What is convection currents? Convection currents are normally we are seen in fluids. Fluids means can be liquids or it can be gases, right? Now, suppose you are going to prepare some tea in the home. So with that we can prove this convection currents. Okay. So what you have to do is you are taking a vessel, you are pouring some amount of water, and you are giving you are start heating this. That means we have kept in the stove. Here what you have to do is you have to initially you put 1 tablespoon of tea powder. 1 tablespoon tea powder you put it inside. It will be a beaker we are taking, or a steel plate. Steel vessel if you are taking, then what is the problem? The observation sometimes we will not be able to observe. So a glass beaker I have taken, I have poured some amount of water, and I put a small tube for a very small amount of tea powder inside this one, and we will start heating. When the tea powder is settling down, tea powder will be settling down. Then, as the heat is increasing, when the liquid is heated, it will start boiling now. So the temperature will be keep increasing. So you will observe that this small part of the tea powder, small particles will start slowly the movement will be there at the water. Sometimes it will be just moving. Then after 1 minute, it will become a little more upside, going down, upside, going down. And after when the water is getting heated and heated, then what will happen? This particles will be going up, coming down, going up and coming down. This moment of liquid, that means liquids are having a moment here. That's why the particles also moving. This moment is called convection currents. This moment is called convection currents. So this is the simple definition of that one. Then again, when we are heating, actually what will happen? The density decreases. That means it will start expanding. Is it not? So the density is going to be decreases. Then again, sometimes our building, the upside of the building, you will be seeing some ventilations are given. When we are breathing, hot air is there. Hot air is having less density compared with the cool air. So hot air will be raised up. So when the hot air is raised up, if we are having the ventilation over the window or upside, then what will happen? The hot air will go out, cool air will be coming from the windows and the doors. So that is also convection currents. And you might have learned about sea breeze and land breeze last year. There also it is clear that our coming sections you will be in geography, you will discuss about the sea breeze and land breeze, and this also happens like the same. During that time, what will happen? Land will be getting heated fast, and the sea will be slowly getting hotter, and the hot air over the land will be rising up, and the cool air from the sea will be blowing towards land. At night, what will happen? The land will get cooled fast, and the sea will remain as water. It will take more time to cool. At that time, night time, the sea above the air, which is above the sea, will be getting more hotter than land. So that air will be raised up. Since the density is decreases, it will raise up, and the cool air will be flowing from land to the sea. And of course, the monsoon winds and western lights are associated with the convection currents arising due to the differential heating between land and water surfaces. Okay, so it is clear that when the temperature increases, what will happen? Density decreases. And if the density decreases, gases normally they will be production, they will be rising up. If the density is more, it will be down. Then the last portion of our chapter second is comparison of densities of states of matter. Comparison of densities of states of matter. So it's good. When we are considering solids, the molecules are very tightly packed. And in liquids, compared with the solids, they are having little more space. Gases, they are very far apart. So what will happen? So what is going to happen? In solids, intermolecular forces are stronger and intermolecular spaces are very small. Due to this, the molecules of solids are very closely packed. Since it is closely packed, the density of the solids will be very high. Since they are closely packed, the density of the solid will be very high. That means the mass will increase. The amount of matter contained in the body is called mass, and if the molecules are very closely packed, then mass is going to be increased. Then what will happen? The density will be increased. So, in the states of matter, solids are having very high density. Since it is having little more space, that means the number of molecules will be less compared to the solid. So, what will happen? Mass will be decreases. Then what will happen? The density will be lesser than solid. And gases are having least density. Gases are having least density. So this is about our second chapter, and we have completed our chapter 2. I hope you understood these things. But you have to do the topics what we have discussed today: total density, variation of density in temperature, convection current in liquids and gases, and the comparison of densities of things of matter. It's given in the textbook. You will read 2-3 times. You have to concentrate and read 2-3 times, and you have to do all the study questions and exercises on your copy. And if there is any exercises or any questions that you are not able to do, you are free to call me. Okay, I will be available for WhatsApp. You can call me and you can ask me, and we will clear that doubt, and you can write that down also in your copy, and I will ask you to submit the copy, and I will check it and give it back. So this is all about our syllabus for the quarterly exam, chapter 1 and chapter 2. Okay, so you have to start studying chapter 1 and 2, and this last of this month we are going to have our quarterly examinations. So read and read very well. And if there is any doubt, you are free to call me, and I will be there to help you. Okay.